Hi Cancerians, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 5th to the 11th of November. You may want to consider this reading to be like a post-eclipse check-in as well, because we had a partial lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 28th of October. So if you want to take it as that, then that's fine. Feel free to like, share or comment on the video. You're also welcome to subscribe to the channel, and if you'd like to book a personal reading, then please see the description box under the video for information on how to do that. So these are the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading, and we're going to start off with a card from the Isis Oracle as your main theme. So what do Cancerians need to know for the 5th to the 11th of November? What do Cancerians need to know for the 5th to the 11th of November? Not that many, but I will take the ones that are face up because I feel like that's right. So you have, so this is a pocket edition, so no writing on the pictures unfortunately, but gives you the information on the back. So that's the first one, and it says, Lady of the Stars, Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. God, that was deep, wasn't it? And I will say, since that message has come up about being of divine service, I recently recorded, if you haven't already seen it, a pick a card, my first pick a card reading on the channel, and it's called What is Your Magic? So in terms of what is your magic, I'm looking at if there are any skills, talents, abilities, gifts, or superpower that you feel you have, and it can be spiritual or non-spiritual, but that was quite, I had a lot of fun making that video. So with that coming up, that may be something that you want to look at. Anyway, the next message says Eye of Horus, and that's the image for Eye of Horus. It says the Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted, again, with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. Right, so empaths, psychics, witches, seers, whatever, shamans, whatever you want to call yourself, just people who are highly intuitive in general. Yeah, I think this might be relating to you, because there's a heavy spiritual gifts and divine service element here. So let's see. And I mean, it doesn't always have to be like very mystical. It can be, I mean, perception, I would say perception is spiritual, but there are people who are perceptive that they would just say that they're very logical and they're able to read people because they're logical. I mean, it's however you want to define it. But let's get your tarot cards out. What is the main theme for Cancer or Cancerians for the 5th to the 11th of November? So I've got distracted now by all this mystical spiritual energy. So if the High Priestess shows up, that will be fascinating. But let's get your main theme for the check-in for the 5th to the 11th. Right, that fell in my lap. It's the Strength card. Right, anything else? So we need to see your energy specifically for the weekly check-in. You have the Three of Cups and the Five of Cups. Okay, that's odd, but it is what it is. You may, whatever path you're on right now, you may be on it alone, potentially, and that would take courage, wouldn't it? It may be that this is something that you have to do alone. You have to do it by yourself, and it doesn't mean that you have no one around you at all for anything, but for this particular path, it might be something you're doing on your own. So any external or surrounding energies. Any external or surrounding energies. Okay. We have Justice. And any guidance for you. Any guidance or advice for Cancerians. Yeah, I was going to say that's too many, but we'll take it. I kind of feel like with that Justice card there, the universe is on your side. Whatever's happening, yeah, that's what I got from that. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and King of Wands as your guidance. So how am I going to do this? I think we will put, I want to put that like that. I'm just being complicated now. Yeah, we'll put it like that. Hopefully you can see that. Or is that too distracting having it like that? Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Just move these along a little bit more. I know I'm being really, really picky now. I'm not sure why. Let's put it like that, actually. There we go. That's better. Right. Not sure why I'm being so picky with that, but there you go. So let's get the clarifiers out and look at that Strength card first and foremost. See, even the advice here, it's like whatever decisions you have to make, it's going to have to be yours alone. You're making it on your own. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So the Strength card. Why is the Strength card here for Cancerians for this weekly check-in, please? That is too many. I will take, yeah, I'll take them actually. Kind of feels right to take them, not sure why. So we've got the Ten of Swords. You've got the Hermit, and I kept on talking about having to do this alone, didn't I? The Sun. And you've got two more. You've got the Five of Cups again. And Temperance. Right, so the Temperance card, it can be about harmony, restoring harmony. It can be about moderation. For me, it can often be about connection, like connection to the spiritual or connecting something or connecting to another person. This is where you become clear, I feel, with the Hermit and the Sun. So this is a common theme with most of the readings I've filmed so far for this weekly check-in, is a theme of leaving something behind, closing out an old cycle and going into the new one. So this would be what has ended, and it would take strength to overcome this kind of ending. This is difficult, this is hard. But it looks like here with the Hermit, you're kind of going on your own path to find your own clarity. Let's look at the Ten of Swords. Could be doing shadow work. That's been a common theme. And then with the Ten of Swords, the Hermit, the Five of Cups, well, to be frank, the whole thing could be shadow work. I was picking it out, but realistically, we often do shadow work when there have been painful situations, don't we? The Hermit, it's about inner knowing. The Sun would be the illumination. The Five of Cups would be the pain and the hurt. And then Temperance would be the restoring the harmony and the balance, wouldn't it? Let's look at the Ten of Swords first. And to me, that strengthens, those experiences strengthen your intuition and your spiritual connection as well. And I can say that from personal experience, that if I hadn't had a spiritual awakening, which was very painful at times, then I wouldn't even be doing tarot, to be honest. The whole reason I'm doing tarot is because of a spiritual awakening, which was triggered by a person. And it was a painful experience, but it's brought me here. So yeah, thank you for that. So Ten of Swords, please. Healing, yep, healing. So that's something that's finished, possibly a painful situation or painful situations in general in your past that you're healing from. Again, it takes strength, it takes courage. You're going off on your path. You're probably doing some inner work here as well. Let's have a look at the Sun on its own. You might be facing some demons, actually. I don't mean literally, I mean, you know, internal demons. Yeah, the Sun here, this would be where you become illuminated. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for change. Whatever knowledge you gain when you're on your own path, and you light in your own path as the Hermit, because the Hermit, he's on a path of discovery, inner discovery. Whatever you learn from that, it's an opportunity to change things and create new opportunities in your life, isn't it? Let's look at the Five of Cups. That could be what you're healing from, but let's see. Right, so we've got the Devil. Okay, so it feels like this Five of Cups feels like anything that's left you feeling disempowered, because the Devil is the thing that holds you back. I don't know which was first, actually, if it was him or the Empress, but the Empress is empowered, isn't she? She knows that she's fully capable of creating something new, of birthing something new. It can be a card of self-care, self-love as well. So I would say that Five of Cups, that's probably the demons that you're facing and that you're overcoming, the challenge that you're overcoming. Okay, I'll leave that there. So you may be doing some inner work at this point in time. And as I say, it really feels like it's something you're going to have to do alone. As I say, we've got the Three of Cups there. You may receive support, but it might be more along the lines of spiritual support or any support that you get from others. Even if you do have support from others, it's still down to you to do the inner work, isn't it, really? I mean, sometimes the Five of Cups for me, it can feel like where we feel with the Three of Cups, because you've got 3 cups there that have spilled out. There's 2 cups behind the person, so there is still support available. But with the 3 cups spilled out and then you've got the Three of Cups there, that's where it can be where you feel unsupported. And sometimes it can be that you literally are unsupported. There are people around you that they're just not, yeah, they're not interested. They're too busy off doing their own thing. Sometimes it can be a feeling, can't it, where you just feel unsupported in whatever you're doing. And as I say, if you're doing inner work, spiritual work, you can talk to other people about it, you can read about it, you can watch documentaries about it, but at the heart of it, the inner work, it's the stuff that you do when you're alone. Like sometimes maybe when you're sitting there at night, if you're someone that journals or whatever, or you think a lot, you're a deep thinker, it's those times. And this is just like a, not necessarily literal for everyone, but it's those times when you're alone at night potentially where you're thinking about everything. That's sometimes when you do your shadow work, when you do your inner work, isn't it? So let's look at the Five of Cups and Three of Cups as your specific energy. So you could be feeling alone, to be honest. Or it could just be that you're acknowledging that you have to do this alone. But let's see what comes out for that. So Three of Cups, Five of Cups. So we've got the Page of Swords, and that is about discovery, isn't it? It's about understanding, it's about learning new truths. So again, that would be where the inner work comes in. So you could be experiencing an awakening potentially. I mean, it mentions it here, doesn't it? She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts and a high capacity for divine service. And as I said, for me, I feel that awakening, and yeah, awakening is mentioned here as well. That's what enhances or brings about gifts, doesn't it? The spiritual connection and the spiritual gifts. It's a major contributor. So anything else for the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups, please? Yep, we have Three of Swords. I mean, shadow work, and it Page of Swords, Three of Swords together. That's where you're sort of looking at what's the hurts you've experienced, and it could involve other people potentially with that Five of Cups, Three of Cups. It could be that could be what you're learning from at present and doing inner work relating to. And then we have Two of Cups, which is all about connections, isn't it? So yeah, there could really be a thing here where part of the thing that part of your awakening at present is in relation to connections with other people, situations with other people where they've hurt you, they may have taken advantage of you, they may not have respected you fully. You may be learning to become, okay, so there's a few ways this can go. The Seven of Wands, it can be where you've been hurt so much that you shut people out, and now you're at a point where you just don't open up to anyone. You keep people at arm's length. It could also be where you need to be more protective and assertive of yourself. Let's get one more after that. Yeah, okay, probably more about being assertive with the Emperor. It's not about closing yourself off completely. It's like you still owe yourself connections with other people. You're allowed that, you deserve that, but it's just a case of being more assertive and knowing how to protect yourself, like being able to be vulnerable and open up to people, but to protect yourself as well, to learn how to protect yourself. So I think I will leave that there. I don't think there's anything more I need to... If you're an empath, because we're talking about spiritual abilities as well, it can be scary opening up to people and being around people, because if you feel what other people feel, it's tough. It's tough. So it may be about learning how to protect yourself as an empath as well from other people's energies. That may be something that's that comes to mind. So, excuse me. Let's look at the Justice card, which is an external energy. As I said, I feel like it's the universe is on your side with this, with whatever you're doing. As much as you may not have physical support, I feel like you've got the support of your spiritual team, whatever you view your spiritual team as, whether it's God, angels, ancestors, guides, whatever. So justice, why is justice there, please? Try that again. Why is justice there, please? We have the Six of Pentacles. This could refer to support from the universe, because the Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity, isn't it? And giving. Could also refer to, if it's not just about the universe being on your side, it's about learning how to have balanced relationships with others, to be honest. Where there is equal give and take, and where you are not taken advantage of or disrespected. And again, that balance, if you're an empath, of how to still be open to people, but to protect your energy as well. We have the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Wands. God, that was a really dramatic fly, wasn't it? I will take that one. Four of Wands, and I believe that was in reverse. For me, when it's in reverse, it's about needing to build a stronger, it can be about needing to build a stronger foundation within yourself. Anything else? And then we have the Star, and we have the Ten of Wands. And I was looking at that whole thing about spiritual abilities, because spiritual abilities can be, it's just plain, sometimes it's just plain intuition. And intuition in terms of knowing what the best thing is for you and what's not. It's not always about using gifts to help other people. Sometimes it's about doing what's best for yourself too. So I feel like the Four of Wands in reverse and the Star, that would be building a stronger foundation within yourself. Again, healing from anything. You've got the Ten of Wands on the end there. That's like the final hurdle, isn't it? That's where you're overcoming the burdens, and healing is involved there. Let's look at the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Still feel like there's an element of the universe being on your side, but see what else comes out for that. And there's the High Priestess, okay. So the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords there, please? Okay, that feels to me like about being honest with yourself. It's a need to be honest with yourself. Judgment, it can be second chances, it can be reviewing the past. The Queen of Swords, she's all about speaking her truth. So this is about being honest with yourself, and honest in situations as well. If something doesn't feel right, then trust that. Trust what you feel. And again, there's an element of assertiveness with the Queen of Swords too. If you feel like somebody's bullshitting you, then, you know, don't be afraid to sort of speak out if you have to, or just trust that sense of knowing or that feeling. Let's look at the Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands there? It may be that you're inspired, or the universe or whatever you believe in is kind of inspiring you to do this shadow work and to build a stronger foundation within yourself. Five of Swords. Anything else after that? You've got the Knight of Wands. Anything else? So I feel like it's probably, the Ace of Wands is probably, with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands, it's the universe inspiring you to face your demons, yeah. Again, to build a stronger foundation, because the Tower's like it's not a solid foundation, is it? The Eight of Wands is about your progression. It's like, in order to move forward in life and to progress and to change things, you have to face these demons. You have to do the shadow work, the inner work, whatever it is. Face the things that, I don't want to say scare you with the Five of Swords, but that feel like, the things that feel like they've defeated you previously. maybe in the present as well, but anything that feels like it's defeated you, it's time to face that and realize that actually it hasn't defeated you. You can still overcome the challenges. That Knight of Wands, that may be where you are now or where you've been in the past, where you haven't felt, because Knight of Wands for me can be fearlessness, can't it? So in reverse, it's kind of the opposite of that. And this Ace of Wands, it's about inspiration and motivation. So again, it's like the universe is on your side. It's probably motivating you to do the work you have to do to now build a stronger foundation in yourself, to enhance or improve your spiritual connection and your connection with yourself as well. So let's take these. And we'll look at your advice. The Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, King of Wands. So the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands can be cards of confidence, can't they? So that could be relating to trusting your intuition, because Two of Swords can be connected to intuition. It can be about decisions, but how we use our intuition to make decisions, don't we? So it does actually say you have much divine support and protection. Yeah, so that would be that Justice card for me. The Tower for me is a card of awakening as well. Usually if it's like with the Hanged Man or death or something, but yeah. So Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, King of Wands. Why is that the advice for Cancerians, please? So we've got the Four of Pentacles. It feels like it's a confidence thing. The advice is to be more confident. This Four of Pentacles would be where you keep your cards close to your chest, where you're closed off to people or opportunities. Anything else? You might be closed off to your abilities as well. As I said, if you're an empath, you might be trying to shut it down, which I would completely understand. I can be very empathic as well. Yeah, and it's not the most pleasant experience. Have I ever tried to shut it down? Probably sometimes if I felt something that is, this week actually, I'll be honest, I have tried to shut something down because I've experienced feelings, emotions that I'm like, at first I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling this way, etc. And then I thought, you know what? I don't think this is me. That's the problem. And then today I'm absolutely fine. So it was like, well, why did I only feel that for like one day? There was nothing going on around me that would make me feel the way I was feeling. So I've put it down to, I think it was someone else, to be honest. But it was a horrible feeling. It was to the point where I was like, no, I don't want this. Disconnect me from them. I don't want this. It's like, I don't know if you've seen the film Demolition Man. And this is a weird example to give, but if you've ever seen Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock, and I know this is a weird way to go, but you'll get what I'm talking about. They're not allowed to have physical contact because it's and spoiler alert, by the way, in the future they're not allowed to have physical contact. So if they want to have sex with someone, they have to they kind of plug into each other's brains somehow. There's something that connects them so they can experience each other and experience the sensation. So sexual side apart, it's like being empathic but electronically, and that's kind of what I felt like I was connected to someone and they were experiencing something, so I was experiencing it too, and it got to the point where I was like, no, plug me out, I don't like this. That kind of energy, as weird as that sounds. But if you're an empath, you'll probably completely understand what I'm talking about. I mean, I get the emotions from people and I get physical stuff as well, which I should probably do a video on that, shouldn't I? But yeah, I've had physical stuff from people as well. So when they've had ailments, I've been there thinking, what the hell is going on here? Why am I in pain in this particular body part? That there's nothing here to indicate why I would be in pain. And then the next day or days later, I'll find out that they had some problem going on in their body. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, King of Wands, still clarifying that. So you've got the Five of Swords again, and as I say, I can completely understand if it's something to do with being an empath and you want to cut people off because you don't want to experience these horrible, because the Five of Swords is not a pleasant card, is it? It's like a negative energy overall. If you don't want to experience that, then I would understand why you try to shut yourself off from people. But right, I've got the Four of Swords, Queen of Swords as well. I would say the first thing is trust yourself that you can manage these things, these feelings. And even if it's not about being an empath, in terms of dealing with people as well, where you may have felt like people have disrespected you or treated you a certain way, trust that you can handle those situations, that you don't have to hide away from it and shy away from it. The Four of Swords is a card of disconnection when it's upright, or it can be a card of contemplation as well. But it can be about disconnection too. So in reverse, it's sort of saying, no, you need to trust yourself. You don't have to disconnect. And I mean, obviously know your boundaries and your limits, but hiding yourself away without even trying, that's, yeah. Right, I will take that one. It is the Three of Pentacles. Yep, so it's, to me, that says you do have the ability to, yeah, two sides. You do have the ability to nurture yourself, care for yourself, and to cooperate and collaborate with others as well, and to manage the situations that get difficult. You don't have to hide away. And I don't think there's anything else I need to clarify here, do I? I think that's it. So confidence, the advice is to have confidence and trust yourself. So I'll leave that there, and I'll get you a final message from the postcards from Spirit deck. So what do you Cancerians need to know from this deck? Okay, that kind of like flopped out, didn't it? But we'll use it. So we've got, dear you. Oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to and let Spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said. Take one step toward the gods and they will take 10 toward you. We're all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. So, yep, there you get the whole thing about the universe or whatever being on your side, and courage. I mean, that was like the main theme, wasn't it, with the strength card there. So courage is needed. So I will leave your message there. Again, feel free to like, share or comment on the video. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. If you want to book a personal reading, please see the information in the description box. Thank you for watching the video, and until the next video, Cancerians, take care.